Hey everybody, I wanted to come online and talk about something that I've been seeing happening in the online curl community, this conversation that we are having around conditioner and the importance of conditioner in our hair. People are suggesting that conditioner should not be used and that it is not necessary. The first thing I want to say is there is no conditioner conspiracy. Nobody is trying to just sell you an extra product. There is a purpose for conditioner in your hair. Now, in this topic, there's a whole bunch to actually unpack. But what I really want to focus on is pH, the danger of changing your pH and not restoring it back to normal. Now, the thought around this is that water will open up your cuticle. It will increase the pH of your hair, open up your cuticle and allow water in. And then if you dry your hair on cold air, the cold air will seal your cuticle down and keep the water in without having to use conditioner. Now, those things separately are accurate. Cold air does seal a cuticle. Warm air opens it, cold air closes it. But talking about pH and cold air together don't make sense. And here's why. So first, we want to say, what is pH? What is a measurement of pH and why is it so important? So first of all, pH, or the measurement of pH, is the measurement of hydrogen in a liquid or solution. This is the concentration of hydrogen within that solution. It changes the either alkalinity or acidity of that specific solution. Now, your skin lives at a 4.5 to a 5. In the world of pH. So we are slightly more acidic, 7 being more neutral. So cold air does not have a pH. Air does not have a pH. Air doesn't have a pH because there isn't a concentration of hydrogen in oxygen. If there was a concentration of hydrogen in oxygen, it is water, H2O. And so an over amount or an extreme amount of hydrogen in oxygen creates an incredibly unstable environment. And so this is like Mars. It's like living on Mars. If there was a pH to a regular air, it would be a hydrogen bomb. That's not a thing. So you cannot measure pH in air. So that means that unless the air has water in it, it's the water that holds the measure of pH, not necessarily the oxygen. So what does that mean? That means that cold air cannot return your pH. We have to have a solution that neutralizes the levels of pH within your skin. Now, why is it important for pH to be talked about when it comes to our skin? So our skin being naturally acidic, and also the largest organ we have. Your skin is skin no matter where it is on your body, whether it's your scalp or your face. It is still an acidic environment. Now, it's an acidic environment because your body creates an acid mantle, and that acid mantle, or that solution of oil that secretes off of your natural skin, is acidic because it controls the bacteria that you produce naturally and also stops bacteria from overgrowing. So that's stopping your body from getting natural infections, bacteria that we would pick up in the environment, or even that bacteria that our body naturally produces. We have a natural yeast barrier, and an overgrowth of yeast on our skin is called candida. It's actually a medical condition. So if we don't restore the pH of our body, we create an environment where all of these natural bacterias and bacteria from the environment can be overgrown on your skin and cause a serious problem. Infections on your follicles can create major damage on your skin and in your hair. So that being said, shampoo or cleansers have a pH that live in the world of 5 to 7, and a conditioner has a pH living in the world of 4.5 to 5. So water will raise your pH to produce more of an alkaline environment. Cleansers will do the same and maintain more of an alkaline environment. And a conditioner is the solution that will lower your pH, bring it back down to an acidic situation, and make sure that you stop your skin from receiving any extra infection. This is really important. So not only are the benefits of conditioner to moisturize your hair, to maintain the moisture level in your hair, right? So conditioner is an external. It's like lotioning up your body. Conditioner is a moisturizer. So it's gonna soften your hair and allow for more water to penetrate in and also seal that moisture, hold it in, like lock it into your hair so that it doesn't evaporate out, so that that water doesn't evaporate out of your hair, it absorbs into the fabric. So conditioner on its own is important for that specific reason, but it is also incredibly important to be able to neutralize and return your pH back to its acidic base. These are so important. This is something that will prevent any extra infection. Again, conditioner has a super important role, not just in your hair, but also in the health of your scalp. So that does not mean that you need to just slather conditioner all over your scalp. It does mean that when you place conditioner on your hair, you want to add in water and squish it and move it all around so it does get to your scalp. It doesn't have to be, again, painted on. You don't have to do a high level of conditioner on your scalp. Remember, because our pH scale is really only moving in a small amount, we're only really going from 4.5, which is acidic, to 7, which is neutral. Sometimes maybe a little bit over, but we're not going really, really alkaline. So we just need a little bit in order to return ourselves back to base. Now, this being said, what I'm gonna do in these comments is I'm gonna cite all my sources, because if you're going to speak on any version of science, you should be able to cite the information. If somebody is spewing science without actually being able to tell you where it came from and that it is a credible source, then it is not something that you should believe. This is something that we have to really start looking at when it comes to information put out to us on the internet. Is it just being told as a bias, or is it based in actual fact? So I'm gonna cite the sources, and if you hear somebody else talking about any kind of science, they should be able to cite your sources too. Have a great day, guys. Bye.